Thank you, Paul. A year and a half after the Woodmore school bus crash, the National Transportation Safety Board is calling on all states to have seat belts on all new school buses.
The federal agency says seat belts would have made a difference in the 2016 crash. Channel 3's Cameron Taylor spoke with a former NTSB chairman about the major takeaways from today's meeting. Cameron?
Cindy, the NTSB has recommended seatbelts in the past, but this time they're sending a strong message to the country. Board members hope by taking this hard stance they can impact school systems at the local level.
It's time. It's time to jump off the fence.
The National Transportation Safety Board wants all new school buses to have seatbelts. In a special investigation report hearing, they talked about what caused the Woodmore bus crash and another 2016 crash in Baltimore. They also discussed how to improve safety.
The safety system in our nation has paid attention to this tragic loss of these 6 children. It has identified what went wrong, and it has identified what we need to change things.
The board says there were 3 factors that likely caused the Woodmore crash, including the driver, Jonathan Walker, speeding and using his cell phone. Durham School Services not providing adequate oversight, as well as allowing an inexperienced driver that had a history of issues to be on the road. And Hamilton County Schools failing to follow up to make sure Durham addressed those problems.
This is the first time the board has finally clearly said lap and shoulder belts need to be on these school buses, and have sent a recommendation to all the states and territories that must be done.
The board is also recommending more accountability and oversight for school districts and school bus contractors, and for school buses to have upgraded technology that includes automatic emergency braking. All factors that board members say would have made a difference in the crashes.
If you contract out, if you own a school bus company, or if you contract out with organizations to provide oversight, you will be responsible. And that's the message that this agency needs to send.
And Durham responded to today's hearing saying their bus report system that records and tracks complaints will address the issues mentioned. They're also speeding up the rollout of smart safety cameras on their buses, and we are still waiting to hear back from Hamilton County Schools. Live in the studio, Cameron Taylor, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Cameron. A grant included in Governor Bill Haslam's budget could give school systems money for seat belts on school buses. The bill, sponsored by State Representative Joanne Favors, inspired the $3 million grant idea. Now, while her proposal to require seat belts on new school buses did not become law, she supports this grant. Favors tells us she's counting on other state lawmakers to bring the bill back in the future.
The man behind the wheel during the Woodmore crash, Jonathan Walker, was sentenced to 4 years in prison recently. He was found guilty of 11 counts of reckless aggravated assault, 6 counts of criminally negligent homicide, and 6 counts of assault. Also 1 count each of reckless driving, reckless endangerment, and use of a portable device by a bus driver. Judge Don Poole gave Walker a 4-year sentence for his reckless aggravated assault charges. Now, the story is developing, and we'll bring you all the latest details on air and inside our app.